opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's Aaron Sipas now. This is taken at the 10. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. And this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 16. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This is Swift on the counter. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run here with Swift. And some room to work. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That good for and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we've got training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding it to a short gain.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Right back to Swift again on second down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hold on. Check.
On third down, here comes Swift. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
For the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On second down, Swift. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On fourth down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. They go play action with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. From the end zone, Goff. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And some room to... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That first down hurts. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Burt sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he is out of bounds here. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Now looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Watkins on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Swift. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
154 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. off a handoff here to Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On fourth down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on second down. Hurts steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hurts. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 212 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Goff. Completes it to Austin. And all the way down inside the 5 and a 4.
13 yards on the play.
Here's Swift. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome.